Hey y'all, it's your friend D, and in today's video, we're back in the living room. Now, last time we were in here, we decorated for Valentine's Day, but today we're decorating for St. Patrick's Day. So let's get into it. So guys, the first thing I want to do in this room is create a piece of artwork for this back room. As you can see, I did damage some of the paper there, so I'm going to cover that. And I saw a piece of art in a home decor store that I think I can actually recreate. So let's make that first. So guys, I traced out a shamrock on some extra paperboard I had around my house. And this is just a granola bar box. And so I'm going to have to trace out about 4 or 5 of these, and I've decided to make 2. So this is the smaller one, and I'll make a larger one for the wall. Now the shamrock that I saw in the store was multicolored, so I have all of these green scraps left over from other projects, and so I'm going to just be using these to put the color onto the shamrocks. So I'm going to start tracing more of these and cut them out, and once they're all glued together, I'll come back and show you how I put the paper on. So guys, I have all of my strips of green paper cut out. I might add some white paper with it also, but before I start gluing the paper down, I'm going to go around these edges and add some gold paint. So guys, my gold paint has dried, and I did decide to add some white strips because the original that I saw did have the green and white, and I'm using 3 different colors of green here. So I think it's going to work out. As you can see, I'm kind of staggering the strips. So I'm going to start gluing these down, and I'll come back and show you what it looks like when it's done. So I have all of my strips of paper glued down, and I just have to wait for this to dry. I also finished the smaller one. Now I'm working on the banner that's going to go above my fireplace, and I wanted to read Happy St. Patrick's Day. So I'm making these little flags, and I made the first one and cut it out to just use as a template to make sure they're all the same size. So I still have quite a few to make, but for the lettering, I'm using these old stickers that I had, and they're not the color that I need, but I'm just going to use them to get the shape of the letters. And so I've traced around it, and when I take it off, I'll have my S, and then I can go in with my colored pencils and shade that in. So I'm going to get finished making the rest of these, and once they're made and I've painted or colored in the letters, I'll glue them to a piece of string. So guys, I have all the flags for the banner made and glued to some string here. And it's going to be a big piece, but I think I can make it work. So let's move on to the next thing. So guys, I have a few items that are already made or that I've bought that I think will look really nice in this room. So the first thing is this vase that I found at a thrift store some months ago. I can't remember if I showed you guys this in a thrift haul, but this was really tarnished, so I did have to use some Brasso on it and buff it up, but I think it came out really nice. So I think we might use this in the corner. Next, and also a thrift store find, is this little chest, and it does open. So I think the colors will go well in the room for this decor, and I paid $1.99 for this. The next thing is just a little green pillow. I made this a while back, and I think it'll be perfect in the chair. I also want to use these candle holders that I made a while ago out of buttons and beads, and I just glued them together and painted them black. So guys, I have this bag of vase filler from when I did the Mardi Gras costume, and I only needed one for that costume, so it left me with an entire bag. So I think I'm going to take out the green balls and use them kind of as topiary on my candle holders. So guys, I do want to put down a new rug in the room, and this is a book of fabric swatches that I got from a thrift store, And I know I showed this in a haul last year, but I haven't used this yet. So I think I'm going to pick out a swatch from here to use as our new rug. And I do like this one. It does have green in it. I don't think the camera's picking it up as well. It looks a lot better in person. And I also like this one. And once again, I don't think the camera is picking up all the green that is in this. So our glue has dried on our shamrocks, and I think it came out really nice. I trimmed off all the extra paper. And of course, you don't have to use paper. You can do paint. But I just wanted to use up some of my scrap pieces of paper I had laying around. And I think this worked out great. And you can see the edges where I painted the gold. And on the smaller one, I did glue it to a popsicle stick to help it stand up. So guys, as an afterthought, I decided to make this grate, or you might call it a screen, for the fireplace. And I am going to paint it gold, but I had some leftover paperboard from the shamrocks. So I just used 2 pieces of that and cut out my shape. And then I glued some toothpicks onto the back. So after I paint this and it dries, we'll start decorating the room. So guys, here's the finished room. I love the way it came out. And my favorite thing is the large shamrock on the wall. And I also like the grate for the fireplace. I think it just really helps because that just empty space there was just, it was bothering me. And I wasn't going to put a fire in it. So I think that really helps. I do wish I would have made the banners a little bit smaller. It looks kind of cluttered right here. Maybe even just kept it to like maybe some flags with shamrocks on it going across the fireplace, like I did with the hearts for Valentine's. But I'll work on that. I might leave it up and then I might just take it off. I did add a couple of the pieces from the vase filler on top of my candlesticks. And I like the way this came out. I do wish the candlesticks were a little bit taller. I think that would look better with this larger mirror, but I do like the look of these. For our Venus bust, I just gave her a bow. And in the vase in the corner, I just added some tall greenery that I had, just to help take up some of that wall space there. I kept the table decor pretty simple. I reused the tray that was already there and I added our smaller shamrock with 2 candles and a plant. I decided on this rug and I do like the colors in it, but I wish it was a little bit bigger. For the chair, I just added a green pillow and I had some extra yellow fabric left over from when I made my doll's bedroom. So I threw some of that across it just as a throw. And I put our little chest right here beside the chair. And I added some more of that gold fabric to make it look like maybe this is the spot where she keeps her extra pillows and blankets for the living area. And I added this extra table that I had and a plant just to take up some of the space here. It just looked kind of bare on this side of the room. So I wanted something else with a little bit of height, but not too much. So guys, I did change my mind about the banners. I took them down. I think this looks a lot cleaner now. And yeah, I think I'm going to go with this. So let me know what you think. Should I put the banners up or just make one to go across the fireplace mantle? And also let me know what's your favorite part of this room. So my friends, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on notifications. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.